You know what's wrong with video games these days? Over-sexualized women in video games. Why are women portrayed as sex objects in video games? You never see men looking like that. Men are never portrayed as a sex object in a video game. And why do women in video games have big breasts? Women in real life don't have big breasts. You've never seen a woman in real life with breasts that big. And why does Kasumi and Chun-Li kick so high? Women in martial arts don't kick that high. None of them do. There's never been a woman in martial arts who's ever kicked that high before. And why does Zero Suit Samus wear that skin-tight outfit? Women in real life don't wear skin-tight outfits. None of them do. All their clothes are loose-fitting. They don't want to show off their figures. And don't get me started on her alternative outfit. Who do you know will wear something like that? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. And why does Lara Croft have to wear a tank top? Do you know any women who wear tank tops? No. You know why? Because they don't. Women don't wear tank tops. And why is Bayonetta's personality so provocative? Women in real life aren't provocative. None of them. There's never been a single provocative woman ever. Ever. And why is Shantae a belly dancer? And for that matter, just what is a belly dancer? Have you ever seen one? I haven't. It's like they didn't even exist until she came along. And why do women in video games dress so sexy? Women in real life don't dress sexy. They don't want us to notice them. They don't want us to find them attractive. And what's up with some of those outfits they wear? As if a woman would ever actually wear something like that. It would never happen. Not for any reason, not for any occasion. It just wouldn't. It would never, ever happen. Okay, that was fun. But let's be serious for a moment. Do some games ever go overboard with how they portray women? Of course they do. For example, the fact that Ivy's breast size keeps increasing with every installment of Soul Calibur. Or the fact that Dead or Alive's bounce mechanics defy the laws of physics. So yeah, some games do give you a reason to raise questions. But does that mean we have to attack every female character in gaming? Especially when their clothing or actions are really not all that offensive? I mean, a lot of them are wearing outfits that women in real life would wear. Is that really such a crime? And if your answer to that is, I would never wear something like that, then just take a moment to remember that you are only speaking for yourself and other women like you. You are not speaking for every woman on the planet, because many of them would dress like that and do so on a regular basis. It is getting to the point that people who are complaining are just looking for a reason to complain. And if that's the case, how do you expect anyone to take you seriously? And for the record, if you are one of those people who think that kids should not be exposed to big-breasted women in games because it is inappropriate, then not only should you keep them away from games, you should also keep them away from movies, music, daytime TV, commercials, the general public, and in many cases their own mothers. Because guess what? Women with big breasts exist. It is not a myth or a fantasy. They are out there. So if you're going to complain, then do so when there's a reason. Like when one of these developers decides to go overboard with their character designs. Not just because you decide to be extremely uptight about everything. And if you're really worried about what kids are exposed to, just remember that there is a rating system in place to address this, just like with movies and television. So beyond that, the responsibility falls solely on the parents. And if they don't do their jobs, then it's nobody's fault but their own. Not the developers, not the producers, not the guy behind the counter that sold them the game, just them. So on that note, I'm going to leave you to think about everything I just said here today, and hopefully you managed to learn something from this. Either that or you're raging in the comment sections as we speak. Either way, I have said my piece, so I will just leave you with this. Most of the time, it is not that serious. So till next time, my friends, take care of yourselves.